Now, before we can understand really how we understand God, the important thing is how we don't understand God. And that's why he goes into this idea of shirk. But one of the things that he points out before that, and she points out, which is important, is the idea of ilah. In the Quran, ilah, which can have a plural, which is called alihat, gods and gods, as well as like goddesses and things. The word ilah is used sometimes positive and sometimes negative. It basically means the object of devotion or worship. And in the Quran, it says that there are those who take their own desires as gods beside Allah. And in fact, the Prophet ﷺ, in a hadith that Imam Qurtubi relates, says, أَبْغَضُ إِلَهًا يُعْبَدُ فِي الْأَرْضِ الْهَوَىٰ. The thing that Allah hates, the idol that Allah hates more on the earth that is worshipped, is man's own desire. Which is very interesting because most people don't think of idolatry as being something inside of you. They see it as something outside. You have to have a stone or a wooden form or something, a cow, that you an object of worship. But the Quran says, أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ. Have you not seen the one, or have not considered the one who has taken as his God his own desires, his own caprice, his own whims? And that's very interesting, because that is the thing that's the most difficult thing to remove. That's the real shirk that becomes difficult. Worshipping our opinions, because we become assiduously devoted to them. We're not willing to give them up for anything. We'll even die for them. That's a God beside Allah. There are many idolaters amongst Muslims from that category. May Allah protect us from that. But many Muslims don't realize that they fall in that category. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Mudmin al-khamr ka'abidi wathan." Somebody who's addicted to drugs is like a worshiper of an idol, because you will do anything for your God. There are people that will kill for drugs, literally kill for drugs. Money, people will kill for money. Their desire, it's just desire, it's not the object of desire. What is forcing somebody to steal? It's inside, it's not outside. The object is called causa occasionalis, if you want a good Latin word, in logic. It is the occasional cause. It's not the deep cause. The deep cause is desire, because another person sees the same object and they don't have any money and they might even want it, but they don't steal it. Why? Because they're in control of their desire. So when the object outside, it's only seen, the delusional state is, oh, well, I had to have it. That's what made me do it. No, it was inside from the beginning. That desire was there, and that was only an exciting cause. It's not the deep cause. The deep cause is tama'. The deep cause is this covetousness for the things of the world. So shirk in the Arabic language means to share, to be a partner, to make someone share, and to give someone a partner, to associate someone with someone else. Sharik is literally, you can call hada shariki fi tijara. This is my partner in commerce. So you're sharing. Musharaka. If we share things, natasharik, we share the food, we share conversation, whatever. So the idea of associating or sharing with God, something which is God's alone. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said that Allah says in a hadith Qudsi, whoever associates, man ashraka biya, فَأَنَا أَغْنَى شُرَكَائِي عَنِ الشِّرْكِ. I have no need of those partners. So if you associate with Allah partners, you've associated with Allah what He doesn't need. And why do you go into partnerships? Because you need them. In commerce, why do you have partners? Because you need them. So Allah is saying, you're associating with me something that I have no need of, and therefore it's batil. Because there's no purpose. There's no purpose. So shirk is the reverse side of tawheed. Now, the literal sense of the term shirk may suggest that one has to be conscious of associating others with God in order to be guilty of it. How can I give a partner to someone if I do not know the someone? Well, that's actually true. And that's why the Quran says, وَلَا تَجْعَلُوا لِلَّهِ أَنْدَادًا وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. Do not associate God once you know. And that's why a person who's in that state without knowledge is forgiven. But once it's been explained to you, then after that, you're taken into account for your knowledge. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ, in hidden shirk, he taught us to say, Allahumma inni a'udhu bika an ushrika bika wa ana a'lamu wa astaghfiruka lima la a'lam. Oh Allah, I seek refuge in you from associating with you, and I'm aware of it. And I ask forgiveness for that which I'm not aware of.